Okay, this time we will be discussing the Module 5, which is Preparing and Interpreting Technical Drawings. So, meron tayong mga dito sa ating modules, meron tayong mga pre-activities. Napapansin niyo, alam ko binubukod niyo yung modules niyo. I-refer niyo yan sa previous na module natin, yung Module 4. Doon yung mga answers. As well as, dito naman is iti-test lang kung may natutunan or meron kayong mga previous or meron kayong mga um, prior knowledge dito sa ating Module 5. Okay, so we have here, for Lesson 4, meron tayong activities dito. Dito sa activity number 1, you have to answer it based on your knowledge only without referring to the answer key at the back of our modules. Okay. Based on natin, kasi this is to test lang kayo kung meron kayong konting knowledge or meron kayong knowledge about this um, lesson, as well as dito sa ating activity number 2. So, this is the sample of flowchart. Ano yung magiging process? Sino ang mauuna, sino ang susunod? Okay, so we have here, what is flowchart? This is a diagram that uses graphic symbol. When we say symbols, that is shapes. Okay, there are different elements of flowchart. Ma'am, saan ba ito ginagamit sa flowchart? Okay? Commonly, this flowchart is used by systems analysts. Sino ba ito system analyst? Ito yung mga programmers natin or mga programmers din na usually ang ginagawa nila is only planning for the system. So, first example, si Facebook ay magkakaroon ng update. Ano yung mga processes na gagawin? So, si system analyst ang gagawa ng series of processes in the system sa mga pagbabagong gagawin kay Facebook. So, we have here sa flowchart, meron tayong different elements. These are such as terminator, process, sub-process, decision, arrow lines, and connectors. So we have here, when we say terminators, represented by small rectangle with curved corners. So when we say small rectangle, okay, hindi ko kabalo mag-drawing, ulitin ko. Small rectangle with curved, so parang oblong na siya, no? Oh, small rectangle with curved corners. So, ganun. Walang drawing. Okay, that is Terminator. So, okay. The Terminator appears at the start and end at the end of the flowchart. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung si start at saka si end. Okay? It only appear once in a single flowchart. So, we have here also process, represented by rectangle. I know you already know what is the face of rectangle. Ganon. Okay, si rectangle, ang represent is process. Ano yung magiging process natin sa ating flowchart? So, lahat ng processes dapat nakalagay siya sa loob ng rectangle. Kung nilagay niyo siya kung ginawa niyo yung process into circle, ibig sabihin hindi siya process kasi mali yung element na ginawa natin o mali yung shapes na ginawa natin. Then we have here sub-process. Okay, kung may process, may sub-process. Ibig sabihin, under siya or ikaduha sa process, no? So, we have here, sa sub-process naman is represented by rectangle with double lines on each side. So, kung meron tayong rectangle, siguro, may rectangle tayo, meron siyang line dito sa each side, double lines at each side. That is sub-process. We have here decision. Si decision naman is represented by a diamond. Okay, si diamond, ganon. It may be either yes or no. Okay, for example, module 5. Ang process natin is answer module 5. Okay, answer module 5. Kung yes, okay, yes or no. So, kung yes ang answer, anong gagawin? Okay, process again. Okay. Kung no naman, ano din yung gagawin mo? Okay, ganun siya. Take note, pag meron tayong yes or no, meron talagang answer dito. Saan natin, ha? Okay, yan yung si decision. Then we have here connector represented by a small circle or a connector box. It is labeled using letters. So, connector, so konting circle lang yan siya. Okay, meron letters na nakalagay. Or connector box. We have also, okay, anong purpose ng connector? This is to ensure that the processes are connected logically and correctly on several pages. So we have here also the arrow lines. Draw in one direction. So dili pwede nga ang arrow nato mag-ana-ana. Example, may line dire. 9. Sample lang ha. Sample, meron tayong lines dito. Hindi pwede na, for example, may arrow ka dito, mag ganon-ganon ka. Okay? Hindi pwede. Or, ana ang line, ang pag-arrow nimo. So, dapat si arrow is diretso. Okay? Draw in one direction. Dili pwede mag-zigzag-zigzag si arrow lines. Kasi it could indicate redundancy in the business process. Okay, when should the teams use flowcharts? So take note, um, sabi natin kasi sa'yo kanina, ginagawa to siya to determine or para maging guide sa process or para maintindihan talaga masyado kung paano yung mga, pag may plano tayo, paano yung mga pagkasunod-sunod para mas maintindihan talaga siya. Yun ang purpose ni flowchart. So, ginagamit siya for decision making or for planning. So, benefits of using flowcharts. So, we have here, promote understanding of a process. So, people may have different ideas or they have different ideas about how process work. So, kasi nga, for example, lalo na pag team tayo or a group tayo, mayroon tayong mga different ideas about process work. So, dito, kung meron tayong flowchart, mas maiintindihan ng bawat isa sa inyong grupo ang mga procedures na yun. Okay? We have, okay, sabi ito, one good flowchart can replace pages of words. So, instead na magplano ka na puro letters or lahat sa paragraphs or naka-sentences tayo, for example, naka 2 pages, si flowchart, yung magandang flowchart is symbols lang. Ganun ka lang. Okay. Siya. Number 2, provide a tool for training employees. Because of the way they visually lay out the sequence of process steps, flowcharts can be very helpful in training employees to perform the process according to the standard procedures. So, from that procedure, for example, meron tayong flowchart. Okay, if may flowchart tayo, it could be a training for employees or sa employees, yung mga trabahante, kung may mga businesses. Para at least, ito ba yung step-by-step process. So, matitrain sila kung paano yung pagkasunod-sunod. Then next is identify problem areas and opportunities to process improvement. Once you break down the process steps and diagram them, problem areas become more visible. So, ibig sabihin, through flowchart, madaling nating ma-identify yung mga problema that will be arising in a certain organization or your group. Yan siya. Okay? Basic flowchart symbols. So, ito na yon. Ito yung mga symbols na ginagamit sa flowcharts. Okay, when we say ito, si oval, okay, symbol natin si oval or si oblong, indicates both the starting point and the ending point of the process. Ito yung gagawin si start, tsaka si end. Okay? Ito na yung si terminator na sinasabi natin kanina. Box. A box represents an individual step or activity in the process. Yung process na sinasabi natin. Okay, si box. Diamond shows a decision point such as yes or no or go, no go. So, yan si diamond. Circle. A circle indicates that the particular step is connected to another page or part of a flowchart. A letter placed in the circle clarifies the continuation. For example, meron tayong next page ng flowchart, circle ang gagamitin natin. Indicates na, ibig sabihin, yung next step pala is on another page. Triangle shows where an in-process measurement occurs. So, ito yung sample natin ng flowchart. Kung napapansin niyo ito si oblong start. Okay, di ba si arrow, sabi ko, wag natin iganon-ganon si arrow. So, dapat straight lang siya, one direction lang siya. Process, decision, yes or no. Process again, then end. So, ito yung sample ng flow chart structure. Number 2. Okay, ito, example ng flowchart how to log in on your Facebook account. So, okay, first is start. Okay, anong gagawin mo una-una? Okay, ang gagawin mo una-una is enter facebook.com. Okay, gagawa tayo ng ganun. Sabi na, enter facebook.com. So, pag na-enter mo ng facebook.com, na-process na ngayon, anong lalabas? Yung homepage ng Facebook. Then, enter again ng email ID and password. Okay, for example, dito, gagamit tayo ngayon ng diamond. Ibig sabihin, meron tayong decision making. Yung password ba natin is correct? Okay, so gagawin tayo ng yes or no. Kung yes, syempre, kung tama ang password, magdi-display yung account natin. Okay? Kung no naman, kung no, ma'am, bakit bumalik siya? Bumalik siya dito kasi login error. Ibig sabihin, i-type mo ulit yung email ID and password. Then, pag nag-type ng tama na ulit, okay, yes na naman, balik sa display account, okay, stop na. Tapos na yung process. This is flowchart, sinasabi natin. Okay. How do you interpret flowcharts? A flowchart will help you understand your process and uncover ways to improve it only if you use it to analyze what is happening. Interpreting your flowchart will help you to determine who is involved in the process. Sino yung involved sa process natin? Form theories about root causes. For example, ano yung mga cause? So, dito kanina, dun sa kanina, sabi nag-no tayo. Nag-error siya, nag-no siya kasi mali yung password. Identify ways to streamline the process, okay? Determine how to implement changes to the process. Locate post-added only steps and provide training on how the process works or should work. Below is the sequence of the steps that will help you through an orderly analysis of your flow chart. Okay, yan siya. You have to read this one lang. Okay, step 1, examine each process step for the following conditions that indicate need to improve the process. Bottlenecks, ayan siya. Okay. Types of flowchart, we have linear flowcharts. Meron tayong different level ha. A linear flowchart is a diagram that displays the sequence of work steps that make up a process. This tool can help identify rework and redundant or unnecessary within a process. Deployment shows the actual process flow and identify the people or groups involved in each step. Okay. Horizontal lines define supplier relationships. Okay, when we say horizontal is ganito, horizontal. This and how they relate to one another. So usually yung deployment flowchart is customer and supplier relationship. So we have here, there are 7 steps for developing a linear flowchart. So you have to read this one. Okay. Then, answer natin itong true or false. Okay. Dito sa yan siya. Answer natin ang importance ng flowchart. Then, dito, gagawa kayo ng, dito sa what can I do, tingnan natin kung, para malaman natin kung meron tayong nalaman sa ating pag-interpret. So, using basic symbols, make your own simple flowchart to illustrate the process of washing your clothes properly. So, dito, i-check ko dito yung gagawin ninyong flowchart. This will be your performance task. Washing your clothes. So, that's all for the Module 5. I hope may na-learn tayo dito sa flowchart na to. Ulitin ko, the purpose of flowchart is para mag-guide tayo on the step-by-step process. Yung ang paggawa natin ng certain task is diretso-diretso. dili na ta wala na pa sa kalye. Okay? And to understand at para mas maintindihan natin yung mga processes at saka madali natin ma-identify yung problems. Okay? Thank you everyone.